everyone, and welcome to today's reading. I hope that all is well. If you are new here, welcome. I'm LeeApocrypha. Pleasure to meet you. If you're returning, welcome back. Soul family, love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to film, so let's try and make it quick. As always, messages that need to be heard, not what wants to be heard, and only from those that seek to help us reach our fullest potential and that have our best interest at heart. Okay. I'm feeling drawn to that card. Let's see what it is. The 9 of Cups in reverse. 9 of Elixirs. Okay. Someone... I'm feeling there's this codependent energy. I just split it and I see the Lovers on the bottom. But yes, so there could be this codependent energy. It could be in regards to a love situation, take it as you may, or family. This could also be family being codependent on you, a work environment, work situation. Like maybe you're the one pulling all the weight and nobody else does their fucking job that they're getting paid to do, and they didn't give you that promotion maybe, but then like you're the one over here doing everything and knowing above your pay grade in terms of what is required to do and how to do it. Okay, I'm feeling a lot of work environment kind of stuff. So the Lovers, it does not only have to signify romantic love or anything. It could be something in the matter of the heart. So perhaps you love your job. Perhaps you love helping people in the way that you do, in the way that your career requires of you. I can see that you love that, but then there's all this other bullshit part of life and having any job of any sort that you gotta deal with other people who maybe don't know how to do their job, or maybe they're not pulling their weight, or maybe okay, I'm getting a scenario where it's like you do everything you have to do, and then like you don't mind helping your coworkers or anything, but I'm seeing someone in particular who might be in an office situation of some sort that you do everything you have to do, and while you're doing it you could see like people fucking around, talking or whatever, kicking it up by the water or whatever, something like that. And then when you're done and you might be able to leave early or something, then all of a sudden they're like, oh hey, like, oh my god, like you're done, can you please help me? Like, oh, it's so hard and it takes so long and I have to do this and that, blah blah blah. Like, okay, then why aren't you doing your job when you have the time then, you know? 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see, I'm trying to, there you go. 2 of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse. Yes, so we have matters of the heart here again. This could be something in regards to creativity, intuition, something that requires communication. You have to use your intuition really well in this job, and it comes to the point of you even having to discern when it comes to your coworkers or your managers, things of that sort. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people just like relying on you, not because they genuinely want to learn from you, not because you inspire them, but just because maybe they're lazy and they just don't do their own fucking job. And so like because you do everything, you go above and beyond and you're really nice, they take advantage of that. Like, that's so fucked up. Like, stand your ground. Don't be afraid to say no. Like, if you were granted to leave early because you did all of your work and you finished all of your shit, don't feel obligated to stay just to help them just because they want to fuck around over there. Maybe that's a lesson for them to learn, huh? If they had a deadline and they wanted to fuck around, well then let them fuck around and find out. Now, if you see that somebody's genuinely struggling and they genuinely want your help, and it's not because they're just like relying on you to do their job for them, but because they genuinely need the help, I know without a doubt, I can feel that you're the type of person that you would go above and beyond to help somebody understand. You would be a great manager if you're not already, or if you don't have that experience. I feel like there's a lot of leadership qualities here. I don't know if you also have Leo or a fire placement in your chart, or like Taurus or something. Those are just some that like came to my head, but I can definitely see like those kinds of energies. I feel like you're torn right now. You're torn in this situation because it's like, well, I love being here, I love doing this, but I'm so tired of this other extra bullshit that I have to deal with. Like, it shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be like a matter of me feeling I want to be there for my clients, I want to do what I need to do for them, but the work environment's so shitty, like I don't want to fucking be here. I put a smile and I'm genuinely happy to help those in need. But then, like, when it comes to other people, like, it's just frustrating. This is the energy that I'm getting here. I heard social work. Something with the office as well. Teacher. I heard teacher. I don't know. There's something here about your mentality, though. Like, you might, how can I say, you shoot yourself in the foot sometimes. Like, maybe you already know the deadline is approaching for when you have to finish your work, but then you have coworkers that maybe you agree to help them with one or two things, and then your deadline's approaching, and then chances are, I feel some of you might do their things before yours. Why the fuck would you? Like, that's not your responsibility. If you're helping somebody, make sure you do your shit first before you do somebody else's. Unless you have your manager, the one who is your employer, telling you, hey, can you focus on this first? Like, help them with that because that is due before this. Then fine. And try and get them to help you because you're helping them. Why can't they help you? But, like, don't go above and beyond for people that half-ass their shit. Like, you have a lot of this beautiful, inspiring, a genuine, innocent kind of energy, some leadership energy. I feel like you play small, and that's something that's been coming up in the readings lately. I don't remember. I think I titled one Rise and Return, like you are chosen or something like that, and there's like Phoenix energy there. But part of it is like, stop playing small. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Don't be afraid to stand your ground. Don't be afraid to be who you are and do what you need to do. Okay. Now, if a better opportunity is showing itself to you, and you want to leave the ship before it sinks, don't feel bad. Don't feel obligated to sink with the ship. You're not the captain of that ship. And even if you were, you can evacuate people. I don't know why that's coming out. You're not obligated to sink with it. You don't have to stay there and suffer. And yeah, maybe you're like, oh, but it pays good and like this and that. Try to try to communicate with other people that do similar work as you, and try to see if they're hiring or if they have different opportunities, even if it's like I'm seeing somebody who's afraid to go from full-time to part-time, even if it has the same pay or it's kind of good or maybe a little more, a little less. Ask yourself, would I rather live life while I can live life? Would I rather be able to have more time to do what I want to do when I want to do it? Or would I rather just live life by the man telling me what to do, when to do it, just to get money, just to spend on all this shit that I don't need, just to require more money so I'm working more? Like, it's a vicious cycle. Decide what you want. It's a pretty good blessing to have a job that pays good enough that you're able to work less hours if you know what to do with your time and with your energy and with that money. If you're responsible or you have goals, even if it's hard for you, but you're working towards those goals, it's a blessing that you have time to do that. A lot of people don't, because they get into all this debt. They have all this stuff that they have to pay, and it's understandable. If you do, then be mindful of that. It's kind of one of the beautiful things about minimalism is that it teaches you to live on what you need, and that there's nothing wrong with what you want if it's something that you'll genuinely get use out of. So it's like, for example, if you already have 10 pairs of shoes that look exactly the same, why are you gonna get an 11th one just because it's on clearance? It looks like one that you already have. Just fucking use what you got, and trust me, you'll save that money, and you'll think about it, and you'll be like, hey, you know what, awesome. There is a concept of minimalism that I really find admirable, and that I think is a really great way to really catch yourself and think if you should or shouldn't get the thing that you want, for example. So what it is if something costs you $20 and you're like, yeah, despite whether it's on clearance or not, you're like, oh, I want it, like in the moment, like it's here right now, like it's cute, whatever. Think about it though. If someone were to offer you that item for free or a $20 bill, which would you prefer? If someone were to offer you the amount of money for that thing versus the item for free, which would you pick? Would you go for the money or would you go for the thing? I don't remember who it was that I heard that from. It might have been a minimal mom or something like that, but like, I thought that was a really cool concept, and I could definitely see and have used that to help me in my life really think about a purchase of something that, like, yeah, you get that little itch that's like, hey, it's here, it's cheap, like it's meant for you because you're the one that saw it or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, it's not about stuff. If you really want to live freedom, having less really is more. And I get it. Maybe some of you might be like, bitch, look who's talking. Okay. I've decluttered a lot of things, trust me. And I'm still working on it. And you know what? I don't care to be the most minimalistic. I don't want to live off a backpack. That's not desirable to me either. But I definitely want everything to have a place and for it to be appreciated and used. And so I'm working towards that. But the point is here is, if you're somebody who has goals and dreams that maybe you want to work for yourself, create your own business, do your own thing, and you're looking for jobs but none of them are full-time or pay as good, have as many hours, but you'll have more freedom to do what you want when you want to, that's such a blessing if you're able to. Now, if you have so many like bills and you have kids and you're not able to do that, it's understandable. But if you are able to, stop looking at it as such a bad thing. Maybe it's what you need for your mental health, for your spiritual health, for your physical health. Maybe you'll be happier about living life if you are actually able to live life and not just live work. Work on your mentality. You know, sometimes we might not see in the moment like the blessing of, you know, something like that. But when you really think about it, it's a huge blessing. People don't want to work, but we have to because bills and food and all of that, right? So if you're able to live more thoughtfully, you wouldn't have to work so much. And then you could actually live life instead of, you know, working full-time, overtime, up until you're a senior citizen when you're able to retire. And then you're like, damn, you know, I'm all decrepit and I can't live life. I can't travel. I can't do this. I can't do that because I worked so hard for 50 years of my life or 40 years of my life straight that now I'm not able to do what I want to do. You don't want to be on your deathbed regretting that you weren't able to live life, because life is meant to be lived. And yes, we all have these circumstances and society and pressures of society and expectations and all of this kind of thing, but it's important for us to be mindful. Nobody's perfect, but if we try to do better and we work towards that and we try to be open to new experiences, new possibilities, all the blessings that will come flooding into your life because you're open to it. And it doesn't matter who you believe, whether you believe in God or you believe in different gods or goddesses, or you don't believe in any of that. Fuck it, whatever. I think we could all agree life is meant to be lived. And I think that is, in a nutshell, the truth, the core of what life means. We have life so that we can live. So then live. And it gets hard, and it's harder for different people under different circumstances in different cities with, you know, different family or whatever the case is. Stop judging other people's experiences. Stop comparing yourself to other people, how easy or how hard they have it. Because the truth is, you don't know what the fuck is going on through anybody's head. They could be the happiest looking person on this planet, and they could have gone through worse than you. And they just learned to embrace life, and that they don't want to be in that shitty, heavy, negative energy anymore. You don't know the healing that people have done. So before you think you know somebody, think again. And likewise, people don't know you. If they want to assume, let them assume. Don't waste your precious time, because you deserve better. But you're shooting yourself in the foot. And then you're super anxious and you're super upset and you feel sad or whatever the case is. Breathe. Do something that will make you happy. And I'm not saying just sitting on the couch watching TV. Yeah, that's fine to do every now and then. But if that's your whole life outside of work, what life are you living? Do something. You want to go to the pond? Go to the pond. You want to go to the gym? Or you want to breathe fresh air? Look at the plants. You want to do art? You want to paint? You want to draw? You want to you want to sew or play music? I don't know, whatever the fuck it is. Even if dancing is your thing, you can use that as such a great way to not only express yourself and release those emotions and stuff like that, but it will help you physically and mentally and spiritually. Do what you love. Now, we all got bills to pay, all right? Even if people want to think that you got everything you got handed to you, like you're not independent, they don't fucking know what you've been through. They can think what they want. That don't make it true. That's not your problem. Alright, so now all of this came flying out. We have the sun. It came out sideways. And we have the Knight of Blades. So the Knight of Swords. They have a similar energy. But we see a spine here. The spine is with the sun, making a circle. I'm seeing this like a halo. And then I'm hearing, what is it, that song Amber? You want to be happy? Then get out of your head. The cycles of your mentality are what keep you stuck. What keep you drowning, what keeps you anxious and sad, depressed, upset, angry, whatever. You have the power to change your circumstances if you do it. It's easier said than done. I'm seeing 12-12. No one is perfect. No one. And me, I'm far from fucking perfect. I'll be the first one to admit that. But life is about learning. You learn the lessons that are in front of you so that you can do better. What is your goal? What are your goals in life? Or are you just floating around, lost and confused like the masses? Figure it out. And it's okay. Take your time. But delve deeper into yourself, because that's the only way you can figure it out. You can't ask your partner. You can't ask your sibling or your parent. At the end of the day, it's your life. And only you will know what is right for you. But you have to have a real look at it. And not just surface level. You need to delve into it. Sometimes our heart wants something. Our intuition is like, learn to discern the different parts of your senses. Your heart sense, your feeling space, versus your mentality, your logic, versus your intuition and deep connection. Each sense teaches us something and has something to tell us. There's a lot here about the mind. I don't know if you get migraines or headaches a lot. Maybe. I feel like that's not for everyone, but I'm seeing like migraines. Back problems too. That's random, but I'm hearing a song, The Heart Wants What It Wants. I think that one's from Selena Gomez. Like, yeah, the heart wants what it wants, but that doesn't always mean that's what's best for you. Like, the heart is the center. But sometimes in the moment, but you want is not always what's best for you. Like, let's say, yeah, you might have the money to splurge on something that you want, but, like, did you pay your bills first? Yeah, maybe you're emotionally, like, staticky. Oh, I can. But can you? Should you? Should you, though? Just because you can doesn't mean you should. The heart is important to listen to, but your intuition will never lead you astray. Your heart can sometimes pull you in different directions. Your mind will pull you in different directions, but your intuition will always lead you in the right direction when you need it, if you listen to it. Find balance in all of the senses because they are all important. 7 of Pentacles. What seeds are you planting? And with this purple, again, your intuition will tell you what seeds you need to plant and where. And if you are not planting those seeds where you need to, when you need to, you're gonna miss the growth part. Like, plants, depending on where you live, depending on the temperature, the climate, and all of that, there are certain seasons that are best for beginning a crop or planting the seeds. That way, at the end, you actually get harvest because it actually had time to grow. It's not going to die off in the winter, cold, and end up dead. When you have an intuitive guidance telling you plant this seed here, it's for a reason. And it's hard to get to the point where we're like, we put all the faith in that, take the leap of faith and just do it when it needs to be done, instead of getting in our head and getting in our feelings. And like, we're human. We have a lot going on all the time. We're very complex beings. Every being is complex, more complex than we realized. Animals are very complex. Any living being, even inanimate, like atoms and stuff like that, like so much complexity, things that we don't understand. But I digress. And all these skulls, yeah, like, you get in your head, you think about it, but plant those seeds. When your intuition tells you to plant something, plant it. I don't remember if this was in reverse or not. I know I was kind of like, but we have the Star, we have the 6 of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords, and the 7 of Swords. I might read them both ways, so maybe your situation is opposite from someone else who's listening. The Star is about healing. It's about moving forward. It is about following your intuition. It is about having patience. It is about reaching your fullest potential in due time. But the healing needs to happen first. Again, there's more here about the spine. I heard ligament. The 6 of Swords can be about moving forward, moving away into calmer waters, seeking new space, new land, new water, new energy. The Ace of Swords could be about communicating your truth, expression, your thoughts, your mentality. 7 of Swords can be about deception. So what I'm seeing here is, what is it that you or someone is telling you that is deceptive, that you have allowed consciously or subconsciously to affect your ability to move forward in life, to be independent, not codependent. What is it that's keeping you from healing? What is it that's keeping you from releasing and from feeling that you are protected? Go back to your innocence. Go back to the start. Question everything. Go back. And you will realize, you will be able to move forward. But you have to heal. You have to face the things. And, at the end of the day, people we know that love us and, some of society actually really do care. But what people are going to tell you is based on their own perception, based on their own beliefs, and based on their own experiences. That doesn't mean that is your experience or your beliefs or your path. Take everything with a grain of salt, but consider. But if it's going to hinder your progress, it is not worth it, no matter who it comes from. No matter if society tells you what's the greatest, best thing. Society doesn't know what's best for you. Society just seeks to control. Okay. Let's see what's under the deck. Oh, that flipped around. We have the Page of Wands. So it's a beautiful energy for us to end off of. Oh, and then Death. Great combination. So I'm seeing with this Page of Wands is this energy of, I see 222, this energy of playfulness, of getting back to your roots, getting back to what is deep inside your heart, what you feel passionate about, what you feel excited about, what your intuition has been telling you. Hey, there's something here. No matter, even if you're like, well, I'm not talented enough, well, I can't do this enough, or this or that, or blah, blah, blah. Fuck the excuses. That doesn't make it so. Follow your creativity. Express yourself. There's something beautiful about tapping into our inner child. It is so healing. So healing. And we all need to do it more. I think that being childish and being immature are two completely different things. Okay? And if someone wants to be like, why are you acting like a kid or whatever? Like, why are you not? Like, life is so boring, like living mundane, like everyday life, how other people tell you to. Like, why wouldn't you want to have the openness, the expansiveness, the curiosity, the full card-like energy of just blind faith, following through with what you feel called to do? That is beautiful. That is pure. And society takes it away. Gives kids excuses and gets them thinking in their head they're not good enough or whatever. Or kids even being assholes to other kids. Kids can be fucked up. I saw 3355 and I also saw 1155, by the way. Fives are a number of change. 1 can be a number of alignment, new beginnings. And 3 can be a number of manifestation. We also have the Death card. So speaking of new beginnings, I did a reading called Every End is a New Beginning. Maybe you might want to watch that. Death card energy is very misunderstood. And although it could mean, like, for example, past loved ones or, certain things of that sort, it's not something to be fearful of. A lot of people fear death. It's inevitable. Why fear the inevitable? so that we could just add more stress and add more bullshit into our life that we don't need because life is so short as it is. See the beauty in that all things. Mono no aware. It's a Japanese saying that everything has an end. Like the cherry blossoms bloom, 1 week out of the whole year? And they're only in full bloom for like several days? Mono no aware. Everything passes. This too shall pass. Don't be afraid for endings. Be excited for new beginnings. And, you know, it can be hard. That's for damn sure. But when you have faith that everything will be okay, as long as you keep moving forward, following your heart and your intuition, take your time. Healing takes time. A broken bone will not heal the next second or next day or next week. It takes a long time for a broken bone to heal. So let's think of all of our broken aspects within ourselves, especially that they're so deep rooted, so subconscious. At some point, as we're adults, we've forgotten most of the shit that's happened to us, but it still haunts us and we can't figure out what the fuck is what. It's okay, but it takes time. Okay? Alright? So, when you feel called to make a move, make a move. When you feel called to stand still, stand still. When you feel called to finally express your truth, express it. All right? Okay. I love you guys. I hope that helped. I'm available for private readings. If you're interested, please let me know. And I always wish you guys the best. I am still curious whether you guys would prefer to see a live video being tarot related or fashion related. And I have been rearranging my room and stuff, so I have some cool things planned for the future. But yeah, love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, or anything, feel free to comment or anything. I don't always get to it right away, but I definitely do try to keep an eye out, especially for like questions or suggestions and stuff like that. So, all right, love you guys. Take care. Hope to see you in the next video, whatever that is, whenever it is. All right, bye.